Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Experience the next evolution of people talking about video games on the internet. Welcome everyone to the end of summer, or really close to the end of summer, 1982. We were last playing the latest releases on the arcade that were really good ones. But first we got to go backwards one game. I have to re-rate Zardon on the Atari 800. I gave it a high rating of 4 stars, and after playing it again, it really let me down. This game, I was expecting something exploratory, 2D scrolling, a slight change from the shoot-'em-up mechanic, but no. This one is a very simple affair. I was able to complete and finish it within a matter of minutes. So I have to go dropping it down to 3 stars for Zardon. Best of luck next time, Crystalware. So after Zektor and all the other great arcade games we played last episode, let's press forward and see our next game. It's time to go to the Apple II for one of the biggest role-playing games of the year. This is Wizardry, Knight of Diamonds, or the second scenario of Wizardry on your Apple II. Man, this one is a huge game. Of all the games we've seen, Ultima is the only one that really comes close to the role-playing experience that Wizardry can give you. Let's take a look at the box. Wizardry, the Knight of Diamonds. So this is the second scenario. You can see on the sticker, the boxed version of Wizardry. This one may have shown up a little bit later. There's a sleeve or something silver down the bottom right. Is really hard to see, but it tells you have to have the first Wizardry to play this, and it's no joke. You better have the first Wizardry, or this isn't going to go. You're not going to get anywhere. Let's flip it over in the back. Venture now into another mysterious maze full of danger for the unwary adventurer. Knight of Diamonds is a scenario for experienced Wizardry players. Your characters will have to be 13th level just to survive. Will you be the first to become the Knight of Diamonds? And it shows you all the things it features, and it even has some quotes from people. I don't know who John Martellaro from Peelings 2 is, or if that's a good thing that he quotes. It's a good game. But this is the second scenario, Knight of Diamonds. You have to have the first Wizardry, the Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. If you don't have the game and you haven't played to level 13, you will die. This it won't work. This is for the hardcore Dungeons and Dragons players only. Let's see the other artwork that we have for Wizardry. Yes, make sure you get your charisma high. So this is possibly the first time you would have seen Knight of Diamonds, and this is the folder for Wizardry second scenario. You can see it has in the bottom right here, above my shoulder, let me switch over. Right over there, it says it requires characters developed in Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. So if you don't have that, you're out of luck. And then we also see after the box, inside we have a few things of how to, some information that SirTech gives us. Protect your master by using a backup. Create a scenario disk for this game by using the Make Scenario option. At no time during the game, press reset. This can result in destruction of data on your Wizardry diskette, and your characters will be gone. They'll die forever. It's terrible. They also tell you, for Wizardry purchasers, thanks for acquiring the most widely acclaimed game programmed for the microcomputer. And I have to agree with them. This is a very well-programmed game. Its popularity is attested to by Wizardry's long-term standing as the #1 program of its class. Among the reasons for Wizardry's great standing is exceptional long-term playing value. And that's no joke, too. This one is a game that you could dive in for months and months, possibly even years of play, because it's essentially Dungeons and Dragons on a computer. That's what they wanted to do. Very nice touch. And then we also have a catalog that came inside the box for Wizardry and a few other games that SirTech did, but everyone really cared about Wizardry. We also have the warranty registration card that was in the box, and tips to keep your computer healthy. Make sure you feed it and take care of it. You want to make sure your computer's healthy. And then inside the sleeve, if you had the folder version, it came with, check it out, there's a 5 1/4 floppy disk and all those paperworks that we saw. And this tells you what Scenario 2 is all about. The Staff of Gunilda, most likely Nilda, was the finest example of its creator's forging skill. When properly used, it rendered the city of Lillagamelin, I just can't pronounce that one, invulnerable. The staff protected a force field totally impervious to any physical or magical attack. Those who wanted to threaten Lillagamen could not approach the city, while those who came with good will could enter and leave freely. It was the perfect defense, but it had one fatal flaw. Those born in Lillagamen were affected by the staff. Thus, it was possible for the evil Davalpulse, aided by the forces of darkness, to seize the throne of Lillagamen and slay the royal family. Man, I have so many tongue twisters right now, I can't even talk straight. Fortunately, the young princess Margna and her brother Prince Alavic survived the royal coup, and your goal in this game is to go find the Staff of Gunilda. And if you do, then you can return to the city and all will fall. It's fantastic. So that's the goal of the game. There's the example of the 5 1/4 floppy disk. This came with the master scenario and then the boot up disk on the Apple II. And we also have the manual, or the kind of like explaining how to load the game, because it's more complicated on how to load the game than actually play the game. So here's the player's guide. They tell you how to play Knight of Diamonds. First of all, you have to make sure you make copies of the master disc. The first scenario, make a copy of that, because you're going to be writing over the scenario of Knight of Diamonds. It shows you how to make copies once you get in the game, and then it shows you how to start the game up. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this game you cannot just play. You have to import the characters that you had from the first Wizardry to play this game. There is no character creation on Wizardry 2 at all. I have no idea why they did this. If you don't have any characters, you cannot play this game. And there's no way to make characters with the game. So if you bought Wizardry 2, you'd just be sitting there with Wizardry 2. You wouldn't be able to do a thing. It shows you how to transfer characters, back up the characters, and we're going to go through this very lengthy process as fast as possible. You'll see how it works when we play the game. And it tells you all the new features. The new release of Knight of Diamonds has many new enhancements. If you own the older version, Proving Grounds, the new style of Wizardry gaming system will be a little unfamiliar at first. So selections are still made by pressing the keys on your keyboard. Many new features have been added, like you can quit the expedition while in the maze. The maze display fills the entire screen, it says, and that's if you're in the 80 column mode. You can toggle various maze windows on and off. Patterns are used to identify stairs, messages. You only need to type the first few letters of a spell name instead of the whole name to cast a spell. And then we have utilities also inside, like changing and using characters. And then you can also pull gold to combine your whole party's gold in the game if you want to. Lots of improvements, little snippets that make the experience a little bit better compared to the first Wizardry. And then we have the Wizardry hotline, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that call that hotline. Someone call it now and say, why did you choose the people for load the game? You can't even play the game without characters from the original game. It's insane. This is like playing D&D. It's not even a complete tabletop version. All right, time to play and pop in Wizardry, the second scenario by Andrew Greenberg and Robert J. Woodhead at some time in August 1982. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wizardry does not play like any other games we played, and this is one of the most difficult games to load that I've played yet on the channel. This is not a standalone game like Ultima, the other big role-playing game right now. It is more similar to Dungeon Quest, but it doesn't even go to the complexity of Dungeon Quest. Dungeon Quest allows you to save your character and move on to other games. We have another game called Sword Quest that we played too. But Wizardry is an entire party of characters, not just one player you're playing as. So all the characters you can save on the first Wizardry, but you got to get them into this game. Now, there's also two versions. There's the 40-column and the 80-column version. I have been more successful getting the 40-column version of Wizardry to work, so there is a slightly better-looking version that we could be playing right now. Just bear that in mind. So, one does not simply load Wizardry. You have to follow a 12-step program, kind of like Alcoholic Anonymous. All right, so when you first boot the game up, you can't just start the game. You have to go to Utilities, and we have to transfer characters from the old Wizardry into this game. Now, thankfully, we've played it on the channel. We played Wizardry, and we got a little far, but not really, because we don't really play the games too long. So those level 1 characters are most likely going to die when we move them in. So I have some characters that are higher level that will give us a fighting chance. But it's cool to see the characters go from one to the other. So let's go ahead and hit transfer. And then this is the process. You have to first insert the scenario or the disc that had the character. So put in Wizardry 1. So imagine I'm slipping the discs in and out, and look at that. There they are. There's our characters from the first time we played Wizardry. Casey Club Kirby's here, L. Curtis B's here, Chrono, and then I made a couple other characters on the side. So which character we want to move? Let's go ahead and move over Casey Club Kirby. So we just push A, and then you got to remember your super secret password. I believe it was 1-1 when we played. And then now you want to say, where does these characters going to go? Which scenario are they going into? So we're going to put them in the scenario with the Knight of Diamonds, and it says the character has been moved. So we got one character in. It does it one at a time. So if you want to transfer another character, you got to push T to transfer, pick the scenario that you want, which is the first Wizardry, and then now you can see Casey Club Kirby's gone. He has left that scenario, and he's now moved to the Knight of Diamonds. It's just crazy. Now, if we want to move someone else over, like let's go ahead and move L. Curtis B over. We move them, remember the super secret password, and then enter what scenario is L. Curtis B going to. He's going to go to Knight of Diamonds' second scenario. And they've been moved. So we got 2 characters moved over. I want to move 1 more over, but you notice how tedious this is. You have to do 1 at a time, and we are switching discs out. I'm having to take the disc out, the original, put in the first Wizardry, and then now that we have the first Wizardry, and let's move in Chrono Game, which will be there. We go, and our super secret password. And then now we have to switch our disc again and go back to the Knight of Diamonds disc. There you go. So we got 3 characters moved over. We are done with the transfer process. And bear in mind, you cannot create the characters on the disc. And now we're switching discs again. We have to go to the boot disc and boot up Wizardry 2. And then now we can finally hit S to start the game. And we're still not done. I mean, I told you it's a 12-step process. Now we have to insert the master disc of Wizardry 2. So the first one, the one that you originally made the copy for. And then it's going to ask you, after we have that disc in, then it's going to say, now show us the Wizardry 2 disc that has all the characters that you want to put in. And now we're going to put that one in and hit enter. So just imagine we're virtually switching all these discs really fast, but it would be a cumbersome experience in 1982. So I'm not giving you the authentic 1982 experience because it would take too long. So here we go. This will look familiar, but we don't have any characters in our current party. We moved them over, so why aren't they here? Well, what you got to do is go to the edge of town and then go to the training grounds. And from the training grounds, we can look up the roster. And here it shows, check it out, all the characters that are available right now on Wizardry 2. We got KC Club Kirby's here, L. Curtis B, Chrono Game, and then I got a few others that I brought over because we want to be able to fight here. Because notice that KC Club Kirby and L. Curtis B and all of our characters we made, they're only level 1. We didn't spend the time to level them up. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and go out of here. And now we need to bring them to our party. I guess they're hanging out in the tavern. So we'll go to the Gilgamesh's Tavern, and we need to add all these characters that we want to be in our party. Yes. I know this was on other systems. So the first version right now that we're playing on Apple II is the most cumbersome to load. And this was available for lots of other systems we're going to see later. This is just the very first. Yes. And when you do create a character on the first Wizardry, you'd be rolling to get the best stats you can. Okay, so now we want to say who's going to join our game. So if I want to say KC Club Kirby, I want them to join the party because last time we tried to play with KC Club Kirby, the alignment was too good. They were too good of a character. I mean, what I mean by good is, you know, they were just good-natured. There were more evil people on the party, and you can't put the two together. So what's the password for the super secret password? There he's in. So KC Club Kirby is now part of our party. Let's add another one. Let's go ahead and try to add Chrono Game that we brought over. Look what happens. Chrono Game is too evil to join the party with KC Club Kirby, so it won't even let us add him. So we'll add some of the other ones. Let's try add. Who's going to join? Let's put in Thug. What's the super secret password? Now Thug's in. He's much more of a fighting chance than KC Club Kirby. Let's go ahead and add another one. Let's add Hallig. Oh, who? I spelled it wrong. Who will join? Hallig. Super secret password, and he's in. You see our party is filling up. So it's a role-playing game very similar to the Dungeons & Dragons tabletop that you're playing on your computer. It's crazy. All right, let's add another member. Let's put in Kelrock. Kelrock. Yes. There we go. And one more. Can we put in Fury 2? Will it let us? Yeah, that's a pretty good party. That'll work. All right, so we're going to go ahead and leave. We have our current party now. Again, how do you play the game? We have an inn, and that's where you can sleep and heal up some of the people in your party. And we also have a trading post, so let's go there first. Everybody has equipment except, because we didn't play with KC Club Kirby last time, who will enter? Let's do one. There we go, KC Club Kirby. He has no equipment, so we actually have to buy some stuff. So let's go ahead and go buy, and it's going to show a list of all the stuff that we could buy for KC Club Kirby. Now, if you notice, if I do forward, watch this. This list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, watch how much different things you can buy in the game. This is an extremely extensive role-playing game. I mean, look at the prices, too. These prices are astronomical. Right now, we only have 135 gold to spend so that he can get something, but it really doesn't matter because he's level 1. He's not going to last very long in the maze anyway. It's amazing how complex this game is compared to every other game we played thus far. It is more detailed because of the number of party members compared to Ultima, because Ultima you're only playing as one person. It's pretty simple. Look at all this. It's way too expensive. Okay, let's go ahead and purchase a longsword. That's easy enough. All right, let's go ahead and purchase. So P, and I want to purchase the longsword. Unusable item. Oh, he can't use it. Okay, I'll say no. Then let's do, go to the next page. Forward. What about a staff? I bet he can do that. Purchase the staff. Just what you needed. And can we purchase a small shield? Let's go ahead and do that. Will that work? Just what you needed. So we got a staff and a shield. He's really not going to last too long anyway, but we'll go ahead and purchase those. Let's go ahead and leave. So Casey Club Kirby has bought his items, but he has not equipped anything. He's just holding on to them. So now we want to leave. We are done. Everyone else has their equipment, and I believe they're already equipped. But now we want to go to the edge of town. We leave the castle, and now we have the option to go in the maze, go back to the training grounds to look at who else is here, go back in the castle where the inn and the tavern and everything are, or you just leave the game. We want to go. We're ready to play. We're going in the maze. We're entering the Night of Diamonds. Let's do this. A big shout out to Ryan Bowman of Wazaday for showing the instructions of how to get characters into this game. Now, what do we want to do? We need to equip Casey Club Kirby, so I'm going to equip. Which weapon do we want? I'll equip the staff and the small shield. And now for Thug, I want to equip, you notice we're going through all the equipment. I want everything to be equipped, so I'm pushing number 1. There's the gauntlets for Thug, for the armor for Halleck, the shield for Halleck. Now, Halleck has 2 stones. I'm going to use the Mind Stone. It's asking us, do we want to invoke the power of the Mind Stone? Yes. Yes, we do. And the Damien Stone, yes, invoke the power of the Damien Stone. And then the weapon for Kelrock, I want to equip the blade, and the armor for Kelrock, and the shield for Kelrock, and then the Mind Stone. And do we want to evoke the special power? Yeah, we do. The weapon for Fury, equip it. Equip it. Because they only have 1 of each item, it's pretty simple. But if you had several items, like several gauntlets, you can choose the one you would want to equip. All right, we have everything equipped. We are ready. And let's reorder. I'm going to move Casey Club Kirby. I want the first one to be, let's see, let's do Fury first, then Thug, and then Halleck, and then Kelrog, and then Casey Club Kirby. There we go. So we reordered them. And actually, no, I'm going to switch it up because Fury is a more magic-based. So let's make them further down. Let's reorder again. And let's make Thug first. He's the highest level, and then Fury, and then Halleck, and then Kelrog, and then Casey Club Kirby. Sadly last, just because he's level 1. Okay, so we're done. Let's leave the camp. We got it. Lots of different options, and now we're finally in the real game. This is Wizardry Night of Diamonds. After all that, it begins with us at the bottom asking us if we want to go back up. So the very first time you play the game, it says, are you sure you want to do this? You can go back upstairs if you want. And we're going to say, no, we are braving the dungeon. Let's go. Man. Oh, yeah, I'm sure 500 hours wouldn't surprise me with this game. Yeah. And you'd be doing pretty much the same amount of detail if you were playing a tabletop Dungeons & Dragons. So yeah, I'm with you there, Manly. All right, so how do you play the game? To move forward, you could do the commands they have there, F, L to turn forward and left, or you can do W, S, A, and D. And I'm not joking. Look at this. Turn right, turn left. W, S, A, and D is to move around the maze. So it's being displayed in the top left as a first person, kind of like a Calibeth and Ultima Dungeons. And then whenever you approach enemies, it's a very long maze that you're meant to be mapping out on grid paper. But you explore. If you want to go through the doors, you kick them open. I love that. I love that touch. All right, so let's kick open. Oh, if you try to walk into the door, it says, ouch. Nice touch. Kick open that one and that one. It's a pit. Uh-oh. That means we're falling down. Oh, no. And Casey Club Kirby already died. That's just terrible. Can we turn around? The only way you go through doors in Wizardry is kick them open. You have to kick them open. Very dramatic, too. Let's kick open through here. All right, we found our first enemy. We have 5 men in armor. The Thug's options are, oh, he's got to fight him. Fury's options, fight him. Kelrog, fight. And press return to fight. Let's go. Fury swings a man in armor and hits them. Thug slashes 9 times, hits 6 kills, Kara kills 1, Min-Ar... So you can see how it's playing out. It's giving us all the scenario of the fight that happened. Then we go to Thug again. Next one, let's fight. Fury, fight. Kelrog, fight. And then go. Yes, hits him for several times. Critical hit. Nice job, Fury. Fury kills 1. And you can see the min and armor are going down. Now we only have 2 min and armor. For killing the monsters, each survivor gets 3,966 experience points. Each share is worth 300 gold points. And sadly, Casey Club Kirby is dead. But we expected that because they told you have to be at least level 13 to play the game. So if you come in here with brand new characters, you can't play this game. When you get Night of the Diamonds, you couldn't even if you bought both games, if you bought the first scenario and the second scenario, you still couldn't play the second one until you get characters high enough level to play. It's amazing. Yes, he will be remembered. Maybe we'll bring him back for the third Wizardry game we play. Oh yes. Yeah, the tiny action screen, it is very reminiscent of that. And here it is, the beginning of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick the door down to the next room. Oh, is this... Are we at a wall again? Oh, we are. Okay. So you notice lots of doors and lots of passageways. It is very, very maze-like. It's a true dungeon crawler, and so you should be mapping out as you're playing the game to find the ultimate goal. Whoa, that's cool. As you enter, an eerie glow fills the room with a brilliant flash. A towering apparition appears before you and speaks. She speaks. Hear these words of Nilda, the city. Having shown its unworthiness, I choose to reclaim the symbols of my favor. Only here in my temple may one worthy enough regain those symbols and return. But woe to those unserving who may try. To obtain my staff, one must acquire the 5. These are the tests and shall be the proof before me presented. This is the will of Nilda. The apparition slowly fades. So there you go. The game actually gives you a little bit of story. I gotta be honest, if you want to play a role-playing game right now that has the ultimate story, I would go with Ultima. The ultimate story makes sense, right? So, because this game is meant to be just dungeon crawl. Now, the action in Ultima is okay, but this one is just like you're playing a Dungeons & Dragons game. Notice how they have a little story while we're going through the game, but it's not nearly as impressive. I mean, go down in a dungeon, find a staff. Well, I guess we have to do the 5 tests before. All right, let's kick the door down. Thanks, Nilda. God, there's so many doors. Which one do I pick? Let's go with door number 2. And make our way over on this side. Uh-oh, what do we get? Something random again. It's a Life Stalker. The monster surprised you. Not good. Stabs at Fury and misses. Stabs at Thug and misses. Oh, yeah, we're way to dodge him. Nice job, guys. All right, let's fight. Fight against the group? Yes. I want fight against... Oh, okay, the first group. And then Fury. Let's see. Can Fury do a spell? I think you have Melito. Cast the spell on group 2. And Kelrog can fight against group 2. And then go. Fury casts Life Stealer and takes 11 damage. Nice. Kelrog slashes. Thug chops at Life Stealer. They're still in... Okay, we killed them all. Got them 1,493 experience points. Each share is worth 86 gold points. Very nice. Cool. So... It is a fully fleshed out role-playing game done very, very well if you consider every other role-playing game you could be playing right now. Yes. That's a good point. There is no dungeon master. You can have your own. And you're playing by yourself. I don't have anyone here on the show with me. And if I had friends, you could have other people in the party make decisions, you know, like share the keyboard hot seat style. But the big draw is you can play a whole game of D&D all by yourself. Never before seen. So cool. Uh-oh, it's very dark here. Can I light anything? Can we do a camp? Let's see. You can reorder, disband. Okay, no, we'll leave the camp. No camp. All right, can we get out of here if it's dark? I hope we don't get stuck. Let's check. Maybe we need to do a spell. Let's try Common. No, it won't let me do it. What about time? New time delay? Let's wait a little bit of time and see what happens. If it gets too dark, how are we going to play? All right. What about kick? If you try to kick in the dark, you don't go anywhere. All right, we'll get out of there. Go back to the other side. Kick that door open. Oh, we found someone else. You know what also feels like it's missing from the game, if you think of modern RPGs, is the music or sound. It's very quiet. All it has is that single beep coming from the Apple II, like we're at a checkout counter. So here we go. 4-minute armor. Thug's options are Fight, Fury. Let's use another spell. Now, I got the spell list. You would have to check this for your character if you didn't memorize all the spells or have a list of all the spells. But you can go whenever they're in the outside of the castle at the edge of town. If you go into the training grounds, you can inspect each character and see what their full list of spells is before then. That's true. Yeah, there's no battle music. It's so quiet. Yeah, that's true. You can look at other spells that you have. I already have a list right here. I did it ahead of time. Let's do Lahalito. Lahalito. Let's see if it... Does it work? Oh, wait, it didn't work. I had to spell the whole thing. Lahalito. Yeah, Kelrod, go ahead and fight him. And let's do it. All 4-minute armor. Notice that they have them grouped up. So you can get different groups of enemies, too. We got 2 of them left. Let's go ahead and fight him. Thug's doing fantastic. Fury, go ahead and fight. Let's all fight him. Thrust and thrust. Yes. Killing the monsters, we got 3,000 experience points. Each share is worth 240 gold pieces. We're doing great. Thug is a really high level. I believe he's 39. The other one's around 26, 27. Yeah, that's true. You can also inspect during the camp. So if you don't remember what the spells are, you can do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go kick this door open. Oh, is it locked? I think it is. Darn. Okay, we'll try door number 1. Oh, dead end. Darn, it is. Okay, we'll go over on this side. Man, look how maze-like this place is. We got another one. Level 6 thieves. We might get things stolen from us. Let's try running and see what happens. Okay, it worked. Nice. As you enter, an eerie glow fills the room. Oh no, we're back. The Apprentice is going to speak to us again. Nilda, leave us alone. So they must have had this section of the maze as the Nilda message. And then if you keep going into the Nilda message, you get a talking to. Okay, yeah, thanks, Nilda. All right, let's go ahead and go in here. Same unseen enemy monster surprises us. So if you are not mapping out the maze, or you don't have an idea where you are, you won't make it very far. You're supposed to continue fighting and improving your characters, gathering gold, experience points, and so forth. All right, let's go ahead and fight. Fight against group 1, and then Fury. Let's use another spell. Let's try out Catino. Catino, group 2. And fight group 2. Let's do it. Thug stabs. Stabs. Notice that there's not any animation for any of the magic. It just happens. Killing the monster, you get 1,400 experience points. Each shares 246 gold. So in a way, this is really close to actual board game Dungeons and Dragons because there's no flashiness to the role-playing experience. You are still having to use your imagination as you play this game, just like if you were going to do it in real life. That's a good point. Yeah, we could do that too, Manly. Yeah, there's no way they could have overly complicated spell animation. All right, let's see what this one has. Dead end again? Yep, I think it is. Ignore that one. What about... Is this the same way to Nilda? I think it is. There's a small room here. What's in here? As you enter... Yeah, that's the Nilda room. Leave us alone, Nilda. And the apparition slowly fades. Okay, we'll stop bothering you. Goodbye. Make our way around the maze. In 1982, I could picture you playing this by yourself rather than playing with several people as a hot seat. But you got to admit, the ability to transfer characters around is pretty cool. It's not the first time we've seen that in a game, but if you had a really good character and you wanted to join someone else's game, you could. It's great. I know, right? It's so silent. This is the Dark Ages. Let's see what's over here. Going down this hallway. Okay, we got a fork intersection. The other thing, too, is when you are observing this game being played, you don't really have a good perspective of this first-person view. You can't tell which way I'm turning because everything looks pretty much the same. I mean, if I stand here, you can kind of tell that I turned right, then left, then back to left, but it's still very difficult. It's easier for someone that's playing the game to check it out. This is why no one's live streaming Wizardry 2 on Twitch, except here on Chronologically Gaming. All right, let's kick open this one. And we got another Strange Animals. It doesn't look like Strange Animals to me. All right, let's fight them. Fight against group 2. Fury, let's try another spell out. Fury is full of spells. Let's try Maelor. And Kelrock can go and fight him against Group 1. Ready? Let's do it. Fury cast a spell. What happens? Whoa, I don't know what happened. Did we warp somewhere? I don't know what that one did. Maylor. Maybe we're somewhere else. Let's find out. I think it's the same. No, looks like the same spot to me. We'll press forward, ever closer to the staff of Gunilda. It was all made up, ladies and gentlemen. I know Dungeons & Dragons is inspired by Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings. Everything on Wizardry is inspired by Wizardry. They all made it up. So there is no staff of Nilda in Lord of the Rings or in Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. I don't like this guy. Oh, it's a demonic figure. Fantastic. And a lesser demon. Here we go. Let's see if these guys can stand up to them. Fight against the demonic figures. By the way, we're all worshiping Satan right now as we play this game, apparently, because this is the main game that was causing the satanic panic right now in the summer of 1982. All right, let's go ahead and have Fury cast a spell. I don't know what's going to work best on the demons, so let's go with the one that sounds the most anti-demon, Tiltowait. Tiltowait. That'll do it. Oh, there we go. I'm already seeing the ratings thrown out for Wizardry 2. Love it. All right, so Kelrog's going to go ahead and fight. We got to get rid of the demonic figures. I think Lesser Demon is not as important. Wow. Did we take anybody out? Yes. Okay, so the Lesser Demon's gone. The Greater Demons have shown up, though. All right, let's go ahead and fight. Fury, go ahead and cast Haman. Probably the poor choice right now. But anyway, go ahead and do Kelrog's options and fight and go. Haman is intoned. Oh no, which boon will you invoke? Cure the party, silence the monsters, make magic more effective. Let's do Cure the party. Greater Demon cast spells. And then, not good. Okay, go ahead and fight. Fury options, we'll go ahead and cast a spell. Let's do a better named spell. Zilwan. That'll do it. And then fight with Kelrog. Go. You see all the stats showing very quickly on the screen of what's happening, and it is possible to slow those down. I'm making it quick so we can kind of breeze through the game. All right, let's go ahead and have Thug fight. Fury uses another spell. Let's have him do Mogref. Mogref, go! And fight. Only got one Greater Demon. Yes, Fury has drained. Good, we killed the monsters. Holy cow, 19,000 experience points. And each one got 1440 gold. So it's divvying up the gold across all the players. But notice we have Hallig is lost. I don't know where Hallig is, but he's lost. KC Club Kirby is dead. Man, what an epic experience to play Wizardry 2. But you can see how this one's very different than Ultima. It's not taking place from a top-down world view, and it doesn't have a very large story compared to the other titles you could be playing right now. All right, so of all the games right now you could be playing, this one is a very, very good one. It is still one of the best games you could play on a home computer, and Wizardry is going to be released better than this formula, where they were making it so you couldn't play with your own the characters. You had to use the original game. So I have to say I can't go 5 stars. I do have a soft spot for Ultima, and I would consider between the 2 sequels, Ultima 2 that we've already played, and this one, I'd still give the nod to Ultima. So I'm going to go 4.5 stars for this one, just because of how cumbersome the Apple II version is to get to run. Going through all that, yeah. Oh yeah, but we're gonna see later ones that don't employ this. So I'm just saying 4.5 for the Apple II, and it looks like everyone's agreement. Victor's going 4.5. Curtis as well in the chat. Wow. And this is another game that's difficult to do for the live stream because we could play this for months, and people did. People are still playing Wizardry. They're probably leveling up their character in the first game to be ready for Wizardry 2 for this release. Mark's going 4.5 too. 4.5 fair. Yeah. All right, and with that, I don't know what's going to happen now. Let's see what our next game is. Time to go to Japan and play on the NEC PC-8001 series of computers. This is Zork, the Great Underground Empire. So this one is by Infocom. I'm going to go ahead and pop in and play Zork because we've seen quite a bit of Zork so far. This one's by Dave Liebling and Mark Blank of Infocom at some time in August 1982 for this computer. Now, we've already seen Zork 2 on this computer, so it's possible this one hopefully came out before Zork 2 did. All right, let's go ahead and say nope. And play Zork 1. Oh, Zork 1, If You Dare. Now, be afraid, everyone. Be very afraid. On the 7 Circles of Nerddom, Zork is, I would say, even more nerdier if you were into this compared to Wizardry. Wizardry's nerdy enough, but if you're in the level where you're really into Zork and wanting to play and finish all the Zork games, then you're on a new level of nerd. You're on like a chronologically gaming level of nerd. All right, so we've seen this plenty of times before. Zork's been around for a while. We first saw Zork in, well, it was available on mainframe and then split into 3 different versions, but we first saw it on the TRS-80 in December of 1980, and then Zork 2 on the Apple II in November of 1981, and then on the Apple II and MS-DOS in January of 1982. And then Zork 2 on MS-DOS and Atari, and we played a lot of versions of Zork 2 in June of 1982. So here we go playing Zork 1 on the... Yes, this was the late arrival for the Japanese home computers, because I know for sure Zork 2 came out, but I'm not sure if Zork 1 was released after or before. It wouldn't make sense for it to be released after, but from my sources, it shows that so far. All right, and this is, by the way, on the NEC PC-8001 series. We're playing all the 8000, 8800, all part of the same thing. All right, we're standing in an open field west of the White House with a boarded front door, and there's a small mailbox here. Oh, I remember all this. So what do we do first? Let's go ahead and head north. Does it work within? Oh, good. We're at the north side of the house, facing the north side. There's no door here. All windows are boarded up. To the north, an arrow path winds through the trees. It's like hanging out with an old friend and playing Zork again. The text, though, on the NEC computers is just terrible. Why is everything highlighted after I make the decision? Is it something like that I'm doing with... No, it's not the text. I'm not sure what it is. We'll go back north side of the house. All right, let's go ahead and go south. Windows are all boarded up behind the house. And then let's go ahead and head east again. And then north. Notice how it's not giving us the full description. Only the first time you get the full description. Yeah, Zork was available way before if you were playing it on mainframe. All right, after that, we'll go north to the north side of the house and then go west. I feel like we're going in circles now. Where the mailbox is, and then can we go up into the... No, we'll have to go east. The door's boarded up. Can't remove that one. And then south. There's no door here. All the boards are boarded up. All right, let's go ahead and go down. No, west. Open. Mailbox. Oh, wait. The delete key is different on the Japanese home computers. Mailbox. There we go. Opening the mailbox reveals a leaflet. Can we just read the leaflet? Taken, and then it gives us the story automatically. Welcome to Zork. It's the game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. And yes, if you enjoy text adventure games, this one is the top tier. Zork is. But it should be fair because it came out on mainframe first. All right, after that, let's go ahead and go north of the house, and then east and east. We're in a clearing and a well-marked forest path that extends to the east and the west. Let's go ahead and head north in a dimly lit forest with large trees all around, and then go west. This is the path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path leads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches stands at the edge of the path. Now, when you play Zork, it is constantly scrolling the screen up because you're supposed to be mapping out or taking in the descriptions for every place and then putting that on your map so you can understand where to go next. You can see we got a little lost in the beginning there. All right, let's go ahead and head up the tree. Good light. See all the text? It's very descriptive in Zork. You're 10 feet above the ground, nestled among some large branches. The nearest branch above you is above your reach. Beside you on the branch is a small bird's nest. In the bird's nest is a large egg encrusted with precious jewels, apparently scavenged somewhere by childless songbird. The egg is covered with fine gold inlay and ornamented with lapis lazuli and mother of pearl. Unlike most eggs, this one is hinged and has delicate-looking clasp holding it closed. The egg appears extremely fragile. You hear in the distance the chirping of a songbird. Can you believe how this is? Look at this. This is like a book. All right, what are we going to do? Get that egg. After that giant long description, then we just say 2 words. Get egg. Let's do it. Cook. Egg. I don't know the word cook. Oh, come on. Of all the text parsers that we play with adventure games, this one is one of the best. But it doesn't understand cook. All right, we'll head down the tree now. Yes, we need something to eat. All right, after that, let's go south, north of the house, and then head east, behind the house, and then open window. With great effort, you open the window far enough to allow entry. And then let's go in. We're now in the kitchen of the White House. The table seems to have been used recently for the preparation of food. A passage leads to the west, and a dark staircase can be seen leading upward. A dark chimney leads down, and to the east is a small window, which is open. It's so descriptive. It's like it wants you to use your imagination and put it all in your mind. I mean, we don't even need a first-person perspective or a maze for Zork. It's all on paper. Your imagination is what feeds the graphics of Zork. Oh, we should have done that one. Can we throw? Because it does understand larger sentences. Throw egg at window. Oh, and I spell it wrong. I don't understand wiondo. Throw egg at window. Oh, throw egg at window. Your rather indelicate handling of the egg has caused it some damage. The egg is now open. There's a golden clockwork canary nestled in the egg. It seems to have recently had a bad experience. The mountings for its jewel-like eyes are empty, and its silver beak is crumpled. Through a cracked crystal window below its left wing, you can see the remnants of intricate machinery. It's not clear what result winding it would have as the main spring seems sprung. It worked. We actually could do it. Keep giving me more stuff in the chat. Let's try crazy stuff, because Zork has the best text parser for this kind of stuff. Yes, there's the peppers for the omelet, right? All right, after that, we have, let's look in the kitchen. Okay, so we're looking at what's on the table. We have a glass bottle that has a quantity of water. Go ahead and get that bottle. And after we got the bottle, let's go ahead and head west. In the living room, there's a door to the east, a wooden door with a strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut. A trophy case and a large oriental rug in the center of the room. Above the trophy case hangs an elvish sword of great antiquity. A battery-powered brass lantern is on the trophy case. You gotta have a lantern. There's grooves out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get lamp. Or lantern, does it say? Okay, lamp will work. And get sword. Got it. Gotta have a sword, gotta have a lantern. We're all set. All right, let's head east. On the table is an elongated brown sack smelling of hot peppers. Do we want them? Yes, get peppers. I can't see any. What do you mean you can't? Okay, get sack. Got it. After we got sack, let's go ahead and head up. No, up. Oh no, up. Wait, go back west. In the kitchen and go up. There we go. We moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. I told you. I knew there'd be grues around here. Oh, that's true. That's right. Take all. I forgot about that. There's a lot of really cool commands when you read the manual that we've already seen, but it's hard to remember all of them. So thanks. Appreciate it. We need to use that for the next time. Maybe it's a magic elvish sword. Look, sword. Maybe we need to examine. Oh, wait. We have to light lamp. I kind of want to be eaten by a grue now. The lamp is now on, and we are in the attic. The only exit's the stairway leading down. Now can we look sword? Now we got light. Examine sword. I see nothing special about the sword. Darn, so it's not an elvish sword. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what a grue is. It's something that will eat you whenever it's dark. That's pretty much all I know. And this is what everyone quotes. It's what all those t-shirts say. The cool kids said, you're likely to be eaten by a grue when it comes to Zork games. All right, now that we're up in the attic, let's go ahead and, after we light the lamp, let's go ahead and take all. Does it work? Take the table? You can't be serious. The nasty knife is taken and the rope is taken. Hey, Ubicore, thanks so much for the tip. We didn't have to spend pointless time typing to type individual things. All right, let's go ahead and after we take it all, we can go ahead and head down, back in the kitchen, and we'll go ahead and go west to the living room and move the rug that's here. With great effort, the rug is moved to one side of the room. With the rug moved, the dusty cover of a closed trap door appears. Ooh, let's see what it is. Open door? Oh, wait, open trap door? Will it work? Open, yeah, trap door. The door reluctantly opens to reveal a rickety staircase descending into darkness. Let's go ahead and go down. And then someone slams the trapdoor, crashes shut, and you hear someone barring it. So now we're locked down in the darkness. The cellar with narrow passageway leading north. A crawlway to the south. On the west, the bottom of a steep metal ramp, which is unclimbable. And your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. It is elvish. They should have told us that. That means there's grooves coming if the sword glows blue. Is that how it works? All right, let's go ahead and look sword. Does it tell us something now? Examine sword. What do you mean you see nothing special about the sword? It's glowing blue. That it is a faint blue glow. Yeah, that's something special. All right, after that, let's go ahead and go north. We're in the troll room. It's a small room with passages to the east and south, and a forbidding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. And a nasty-looking troll, brandishing a bloody axe, blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. All right, so now we're getting closer to the troll or closer to a grue. I'm not sure. All right, let's go ahead and kill troll. What do you want to kill the troll with? Sword. The troll is knocked out. Yes, we got him. All right, after we kill the troll with a sword, drop the sword. Now he says knocked out. Does that mean the troll isn't really dead? We didn't kill the sword, the troll. We just kind of knocked him on the head with it. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and go south to the cellar, and then south again. Now we're east of the chasm, the bottom of which cannot be seen. The west side is sheer rock, providing no exits. A narrow passage goes north, and the path you are on continues to the east. Wow. That'd be a great idea. And Victor, yes, we should have done that. That's what all trolls deserve. They're blocking our path. All right, we'll go ahead and head east again. This is the art gallery. What an amazing place the world of Zork is. This is an art gallery. Most of the paintings which were here have been stolen by vandals with exceptional taste. The vandals left either through the north or west exits. Fortunately, there's still one chance for you to be a vandal. On the far wall is a painting of unparalleled beauty. Get painting. Taken. I love how it just says taken. It works great. Yes. Troll grew. I love it. Maybe we can go back to him. Let's go ahead and go west back. And north. To the cellar. Is this where the troll's on the floor? The bottom is the metal ramp. No, not there. Is it east again? Which directions can I go from here? Now that I'm in the cellar, we have a narrow passageway that leads north and a crawlway to the south. We'll go south. That's east of the chasm. So now this is where... Darn, I don't know if it gives you the description of the troll, so maybe we can't mess around with the troll after he's down. All right, I think we did enough. We've already played plenty of Zork here on the show. There's another quick taste of what they're able to play now in Japan or on Japanese home computers. Of all the games we could be playing, I still say this is a great game. Very well done considering all other text-adventure games, so I'm going to go 4 stars still for Zork. And we've already rated and played a few of the most recent Zorks. Zork 2 is out right now. Zork 3 is coming up soon, or close to be coming out. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. Time to go to the United Kingdom and play on our Sinclair ZX81. This is Zuckman. That is a terrible title for a game. And take a look at the box, though. The box is a screenshot. Wow, they got some guts to put on the front. They aren't playing around. And there's a couple of ghosts there. This is by DJL Software. We flip it over and you can tell this is part of the cassette case. But Zuckman sounds like Yuckman. It's just terrible. Oh, that's true. If that is the how the computer displayed the text, maybe it should have gotten a lower rating. Curtis is still with me on 4. I still say if you were in Japan playing this is still the same quality as all the other Zork games. Oh, really? Okay, we'll be playing that one too. So besides this box, there was another one, possibly the first release of Zuckman. They were like, this isn't good enough. We have to redo the box, guys. Much better. Let's stick with this one. That works great. And an example of the screenshot. Oh, here we go. Another Pac-Man game. Time to pop in and play Zuckman by David Looker and John Looker of DJL Software at sometime in August 1982. Now, they boast it's the first ever implementation on a Sinclair ZX81 of the popular arcade game known as Pac-Man. But I got to tell you, we've played more. Here on the channel, there has been 3 games that are Pac-Man-like games we've already played on the ZX81. The Game of Pac-Man, we've already played. Gulp Man, terrible title again, and Monster Mine. have all been on the ZX81. At this point in history, though, we've played about 70 different Pac-Man games or variations of Pac-Man games thus far, total across the gamut of everything. This is really nice, though. They're doing kind of an attract mode on the ZX81, like if we're playing an arcade game. Ah, that's true. You have to have the U if you're going to say favorite. All right, there's the high score table. I don't know who Gyro Man is, but we got to beat his score. All right, so how do we get in this? Let's try enter. Hopefully we don't hit the wrong key and break the ZX81 game. Does spacebar work? I think that one's going to break it too. There's our point values. Oh, that's a nice touch, though. Check out the attract mode. It's ASCII version cutscene of Pac-Man, played by the number 0. That's really charming. Okay, pressing the key for instructions. Okay, what do you got for us? You are the Gobble Man. Wait a second, Gobble Man? I thought we were Zuckman. Represented by the number 0, the object of the game is to gobble up all of the trail, but it's not so easy. As ghosts chase you around the maze, trying to eat you every 30 seconds, the ghosts change color with a U, to a luminous gray. At this time, you are able to eat them, but watch out. They stay gray only about 10 seconds. That's really generous, 10 seconds, after which they change back and carry on chasing you. There's an energy post in the 4 corners of the maze, so they're explaining Pac-Man to us, which is kind of nice. I know it can't be a brand new phenomenon in Europe, but I don't know if there's a Pac-Man fever happening in Europe. I know it's happening in North America. So these keys are how you move, which is usual. If you look down at your ZX81 keyboard, you have the cursor keys 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that's how you move around. Oh, but they have Q, X, M, and P to move around too. Both Gobbleman and the Ghost can leave the maze and exit on each side, so they got the warp for us as well. Nice. Okay, we're in. There I am. I am Zuckman, or Gobbleman, represented by the number 0. Moving around, this is it. Pac-Man on the ZX81. If you're adjusting your audio saying, where's the sound, it's because the ZX81 has no sound. There's only been one game so far we played that had sound, and I still, for the life of me, want to know how they did that, because there's not supposed to be any sound on this. And we're already down. Now I'm going to make my own sound effects up. Pew, wee, wee, wee. And maybe they did that over in Europe when they played this for the first time. This feels like I'm playing a silent movie with Pac-Man. You beat the highest score so far. Oh, really? We did? I'm surprised. I can type my whole name in. Yes, on the ZX81. Beat that, Gyro Man. Wherever you are. So gameplay-wise, it's playing on the ZX81 keyboard. That's already a downside if you think of all the other computers right now. And the controls are using the cursor keys, so there's no joystick. You have to be pushing down on that mainframe keyboard that is, I'd say, more terrible than the ZX Spectrum keyboard. And it's just so tiny. It feels like you're playing on a really small calculator. But it is Pac-Man. And if this is all you had, you would eat this up. This is a very well done version of Pac-Man, but I have to give the nod to Gulpman. Gulpman is the best so far Pac-Man game you could play. And they did call me Gobbleman when we started this, so maybe we're Gobbleman in this game. But every now and then we're going to play games where the box says one thing, but when you boot up the game, the title is something totally different. I'm already seeing 1.5 and 2 from Ubicore. Manly's thrown out 3 stars. Yeah. And there's also no color on this one. But yeah, the feeling of the game moving around, it's just because you're having to use that keyboard. And that's all you can do. No, get away. Yeah, doing sharp turns is really tricky. Game over. You will just eat this game right up. Wow. So there you go. That is Zuckman on the ZX81. I'm not sure why it says Gobbleman inside the game, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're going to see plenty of games that have a title on the box for one thing, and then when you're in the game, it's something different. So of all the games we've seen so far, I got to go average. It's not as good as Gulpman on the ZX81, but we played better and more recognizable games across the gamut of home computers. So of all the games you could play on a home computer, I give it around the average range still. It's well enough. It's not implemented as poorly as others. I'm seeing Kun's thrown out 2, Curtis is 2. Bad. That's true. If we're comparing it to all home computers, I'm going to have to go lower. We're going to have to go 2.5 stars of the whole gamut. All the computers you could be playing right now. Yes, we're starting to experience Pac fatigue already. It's not even near the end of 1982. I hope not. Stay in the Pac spirit, everyone. Why don't you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put the video game playing on pause. Next episode, we have completed or about to complete all the games for the summer of 1982, and we have a sprinkling of some extra games that we almost missed we're going to be checking out. That's it for today, and like I always say, I'll be at home playing Dungeons & Dragons on my computer. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.